Well, a story coming out of the stock market has a lot of people talking. A massive showdown erupted on Wall Street after a group of young speculators banded together to buy shares in struggling companies like GameStop. They took on some of the most powerful hedge funds in the country, and that's triggered an investigation by the New York Attorney General, a class action lawsuit, and calls by Congress for big changes. 13 ABC's Lisa Guyton joins us live with some local reaction, more of an explanation as well. Lisa.
Diane, what happened with GameStop on Wall Street is drawing a lot of questions on Main Street tonight.
Yes,
Dr. Colin Gilstrap is an assistant professor in the Department of Finance in the College of Business at UT.
It is really kind of cathartic when you see something that you focus on, and it's a very niche thing, come into the spotlight. And so, I suppose in a couple weeks we'll have forgotten about it, but for the moment, it's quite interesting.
For weeks, GameStop shares were pushed up about 1,700%.
You are seeing this rise of retail trader, and they are getting more sophisticated.
Dr. Gilstrap says while this sort of thing isn't unusual, what is out of the ordinary is who is involved.
What happened to GameStop this week is what we call a short squeeze, and this is something that actually happens to stocks fairly frequently. The interesting thing is retail investors have gotten involved in this short squeeze.
Dr. Gilstrap says it's important to point out that this should not be a cause for concern for most long-term investors.
This is really isolated to GameStop, and there's really no way that I see this spilling over into the rest of the market, right? So it's not like a structural problem. This is like idiosyncratic to this one specific stock or maybe a handful of stocks with high short interest.
And what happened has certainly been a popular topic of discussion in class.
My students are all very interested in this when maybe 10 years ago they wouldn't have been.
Some are calling this a case of David versus Goliath, and plenty are rooting for the little guy.
I mean, if the hedge fund guys aren't coming to play, they're going to get whooped, so that's kind of the way I see it.
I think it's showing people that market manipulation can happen. It's something that happens every day on Wall Street, and now you have people on the internet who can invest $1 here or $1 there or find a stock that's very cheap, and they can invest a little bit of money they put aside to make money off of it. Kind of makes me happy. It's fun to watch.
Some analysts are quoted as saying this may not end well for some small GameStop investors. One investment research firm says it expects the stock price to fall back to $40 or $50 a share. Others say it could drop to as low as $15 a share because the company valuation simply is not worth as much as it is trading for these days. So, of course, we will all have to stay tuned. We will bring you the very latest, both on air and online. Reporting live, Lisa Guyton, 13 ABC, Action News.